Chris here, aka HTV Layer Pro, and today, guess what we're doing? We are layering. I got an image that I have ready for us to go ahead and cut and print. I'm gonna go over the image that I am doing though on how I did make it ready for it layering, and then we're gonna go straight into it cutting, and we're gonna go straight to pressing it. All right, so like I said, I already have the design already finished and ready to go. It's just a couple of things that you can tweak in order to get your design perfect for when you're doing layering, because as we all know, when you do press your HTV, no matter what HTV it is, it's going to shrink a little bit, especially that first layer. So on this one, I'm going to be doing it on a white tee, which is why I have it on a on a white background or a canvas. And the thing that we're going to be layering the most is everything that's on this tiger. So it's pretty simple. It's only two colors that I'm going to be doing it in, which is the white and this in orange. So the part that we're worrying about the most, or that we're taking into consideration, is this black. This is our background layer that we're going to be layering everything on top of. So we want to make sure that it's thick enough so that when we do start to layer, nothing is not going to fit in the space that it's supposed to, which is, in this case, is going to be the whole head. So if we were doing this in multiple colors, you would also want that, because you're going to be pressing that black up to, if we were doing like up to 5 colors, you're going to be pressing at least like 6 or 7 times. Depending on the placement of the vinyl and whatnot. Some people do it piece by piece. I do each one by color, as much as I can layer on that very first time, to do one press, to avoid either burning the vinyl or something being pressed too much that's not supposed to be pressed. Example of that would be like neon colors, especially if you're using specialty materials, which is what I use. Neon colors, you cannot press that a lot of times, or else the glue will start to unfold from up under it. Another one is soft metallics. You can't press that a lot of times either. You'll end up taking the texture away from it, and it'll give it either how the press whatever press texture is on the on your press, or it'll either gray out the soft metallics too as well, if I'm not mistaken. I know I've done that once before with silver, not the silver hollow shine, because silver hollow shine, gold hollow shine, you can actually press those a couple of times, and all it does is take on the texture of the pressing mat that's on your heat press. All the other colors though, they will tend to either start to crack, or you'll burn it, and that's what the cracking comes from you burning it. So what you do, and I use Adobe Illustrator for all my stuff. On Adobe Illustrator, what you do is you go to Object, you go to Path, and then Offset Path. So Path and then Offset Path. So what that does is it adds that extra stroke. Of course, we're not adding that much of a stroke, and I've already put a stroke on this, but if you're using Adobe Illustrator, and I normally tell people a lot to go to Adobe Illustrator when you're doing all of your designs on purpose, just because to me, this is what I learned how to do most of my designs, and to make a vector in this program is sweet compared to all the other, all the free ones that are out there. You got more tools on here. Stuff is more direct, more precise, and when you're sending it over as a SVG to whichever cutter, or if you're making your SVG, it's super simple. Everything is super easy. And most of the tools that you only have to know in Illustrator for the most part is your selection tools, your type tool, and the pen tool. Everything else is just you learning from either using it or somebody teaching you. And I do one-on-one tutorials with certain people, and have done it recently, and they pick up on it pretty quick, especially if you're teaching them the stuff that they need, opposed to trying to fill in the gaps with everything else, and you confuse somebody. So this is what you use to get that extra stroke, this offset path. So when you're using it, again, it adds the depth of the stroke. It increases it so that when you do press it and it shrinks down, it'll be normal size. But again, like I said, I already did the increase, so I don't need to do it again, because I don't want it to interfere with what I already made as far as the outline for me to put the background image that I had created with the graffiti. So we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna cut it. That's just a tip for you guys to be able to get your images to line up. Outside of that, the layering is super easy once you do that. Sometimes it may be just a little bit too much, but again, it's better to have a whole lot of extra leadway than just have a little bit of space for a piece that you need to plug in and it's laying on top of something that you didn't want it to lay on top of. So offset path, especially if you use Illustrator, object, offset, object path, offset path, and increase the stroke. I know in Cricut it just says stroke or outline, if I'm not mistaken. Use those two. Just increase the size of that outline, because when you press it, it's going to shrink down. I want to say at least the most, maybe like 0.5 millimeters or something like that. But it is going to shrink. It is definitely going to shrink. So like I said, this image is already ready. I made this. I'm actually going to be selling this image on Etsy as well. It's going to be a front and back to it, which I do have. This is the back part of it right here. So the world is your jungle, and then on the front is going to say tiger style with this tiger. So I will be selling that on my Etsy page as well. If you do want to purchase this shirt from me, I will be doing it on hoodies and on t-shirts, and I'll have a couple of different variations of it too as well. One of them is not layered at all, but it's on black, and the colors are crazy on there. Like I want to do a whole fall section with this a couple of images actually, but this is gonna be one of them right here. The world is the jungle. I thought this was pretty dope. How I came about it is I wanted to do something with graffiti, so I made a graffiti background, and I also wanted to do something that was a tiger. A tiger image is always, to me, something nice to use when you are doing something. If it is a detailed image, but the lines and stuff, I just fell in love with just the image in general. So I brought it on over. This is an image from Google. Went ahead and took the image over, adjusted it a little bit to where it fit the style that I wanted it to look like, and yeah, I put it together, the words and everything. But let's go ahead and get the cutting and get the pressing and see the final product. Okay, so I ended up doing changing the colors around just a little bit. So we'll have, I put green in there instead of the white. I put keeping the orange because I like the orange. Then we're gonna have white in there still, along with the black. And I changed the front too to where it was two colors instead of one. So in total, the front won't be layered. This be two colors sitting on top of one another. One on top and one bottom, not like layered on top of one another. And then in the back, the black is still the base, so we're still doing the layered piece on the back of the t-shirt. So I got everything cut. Let's go ahead and put it together on the shirt. All right, so we got our t-shirt here. I'm putting it on a white tee. The first thing I'm gonna do is do the front. Like I said, it's gonna be two colors since I switched the colors up, and they're just gonna be sitting right on top of one another. So the placement on how I figure out, this is an XLT. So the placement on how I figure out exactly where to put it, on both sides here of the t-shirt, I grab by the arms, and then once you lay it down over, that's a dead indication on how much shirt is needed to line it up. So it's just this much of the arm space that's needed to line this thing up on your heat press palette, and this is just to get it straight. Pre-pressing the shirt. Pre-press it. I'm only gonna do it for like 5 seconds. All right, now that we got that part done, now I want to go ahead and put the word. So I'm not using any scale rules or anything like that. I am literally going to just visually cut the shirt in half, as if I'm doing like a laser pinpoint, and then from the shoulder down, finger length, this is where it's going. So this is the perfect spot that I have on the shirt to where the wording is going to start. So I'm just going to put an indentation in the t-shirt right there, and this is the middle of the shirt. So right here is a perfect spot to where you want your chest logo to go. So the chest logo is 2 colors, and again, this is how I cut my stuff. So I cut my stuff, everything that I need, as close as possible on one, and then on here, this is the orange stuff. Everything cut as close as possible on here as well. So let me cut the words from both of these. So this is the style. Go ahead and put it on there, and then I'm going to cut, boom, a little slit in there, and cut out the middle of this design here, because that's where all the other stuff is. Done. Boom. All right. That's the middle cut out of that. Everything else is staying together, and cut and tighter from that. So I normally stack which one I'm going first. So these words are perfectly measured to where they're the same size, and it doesn't have to be perfect, but like, yeah, at least close as possible. So there you go. Whoop. Almost got away. Tiger style. Putting this on the front. So go ahead, and where I put that mark at, I'm putting the G, the middle of the design, right in that spot. So putting it right there. The tiger is right there. It's straight. Push this in. I'm gonna go ahead and press that on there. With Specialty Materials HTV, if you're doing multiple presses on it, 4 to 5 seconds is enough. Especially if your pressure's right. Go ahead and peel that off. That's the first part. I'm gonna go ahead and put the style right up under it. And line it up how I want it to. Boom. Gonna press that. Again, another 5 seconds. Done. Peel this off. Alright. Now I'm gonna do the full press for the rest of the time on here to make sure that that thing is permanently down. Alrighty. Boom. Finish. So that's done. The front of the t-shirt is finished. But this is not the layer part. This is just the front print. So tiger style on the front. Now flipping it over to the back. Now how you get perfect placement in the back. You do the same thing you did for the front. I'm gonna lay the t-shirt out right here. Right. Okay, got the same drop on both sides again as well. Push this in, and I'm pressing it. And it's a reason why I'm pressing it, right? Without putting a press pillow in there too as well. Number one, I want the collar to show through the t-shirt from the back. That way I know where not to put the design at. Some people, when they do back designs, they put the image too far up at the top of the neck to where it's sitting up on top of your shoulder blades, and you don't want it to. What you wanted to do is sit just below it, just a little bit, to where it's on your back, not on your shoulders, you know? And you don't want the design to roll over your back either. So putting it up here, sometimes the image will be sitting up here at the very, very top, to where you don't even leave enough room for the design to drape on your back. It's sitting up on your shoulders and on your back when it's a back design. So we're gonna start. I have the black right here. Starting with the black. Black Thermoflex Plus, right? This is the first layer. So because there's words that go above it, I need to leave a little bit of space up above it and bring it down some so that the image itself is still sitting on your back. So I'm gonna go ahead, we're gonna put this right here, line it on up, boom, bam. That's the first layer. Press that again just for a couple of seconds, pop it up. The black is down. This is your first layer. And again, like I said, regardless of how much time you put on there, when it adheres, it's going to shrink a little bit. So it may not look like it, but it shrunk just a little bit, just enough that if you made everything precise, along the way something is going to be wrong on here. All right, so next I'm putting the green. All right, now remember how much space we had in the other one, to where it was just a little bit of outside space. And just when I was about to lay it down, I just seen a spot that I didn't weed out, and I just lost it. Where is it at? Where is it at? And I can see it through the, oh, there it is right there. So the green is next. It falls right into place. I don't have to wiggle it. I don't have to stretch out anything. I don't have to put any tape in the inside of the shirt. Nothing. It falls right into where it's supposed to be with the perfect outside lining and everything. So that's that. The black is done. It's finished. Let's get up a close view of it. As you can see, the perfect outside lining for it. Literally, just how it is on the computer. When you increase it just a little bit, it's just enough for you to be able to go ahead and the lining be perfect. So this is how I do it, to where every single time I do my layering project, it always comes out right, because I'm doing the outside stroke just at the right measurement and right size, so that everything falls into place. We're gonna go ahead and press that green just for a couple seconds, right? Pull that out. All right, green is on there. All right, next we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna do the inside of the face. So first thing I'm gonna do is do the nose and the eyes. That's all gonna sit right here. Okay. I'm gonna cut a little bit of this off right here too as well, because what I want to do is I want to put all the orange on there all at once. Again, I'm trying to save as many. You don't want to do a lot of presses. You want to do as little as possible. You get everything in there. So this is all one press right here too as well. I need to cut. Gotta cut these words. Just the words, not the inside design though. But see, I didn't waste any vinyl. I'm big on that, not wasting any vinyl. All right, so that was that. Now we're just gonna lay the design inside of there. We gotta find where this thing sits at. Here we go, found it. So it sits in there just like this. And again, perfect image in the side of there. Oh yeah. All right, and I'm gonna put the words up on here too. Boom, done. All right, push that in. Yeah, and push that down. And we don't have to do it the full. We don't have to do it the full time. Just a couple of seconds. Boom. All right. So now we got the orange on there. Right. Let's go ahead. Pull that orange up off of there. Pull this orange off of it. All right. Next, we're going to do the white. So I'm gonna do the teeth because the teeth is gonna make sure that the placement of the tongue is in the right spot. So we'll go ahead, put the teeth down. I have the white for the eyes. I'm gonna go ahead, put that in there as well. Go ahead, press that down, just a couple of seconds. Boom. All right. Pull that out. We got the white on there, and we got for the teeth, the white is up on there. Now, the last part, the tongue. So, literally, sits right here in the perfect position. Again, the black layer is taking all the, I don't want to say all the punishment, but it's taking all of the give of the heat. So, because it's already on the t-shirt, it's not going to be able to shrink because it adhered already. So, it shrinks when it's starting to adhere. Since it's adhered already, there's nothing more that it can do. So, everything else that you put on top of it is not going to move. Go ahead and press that. Go ahead and peel that right on off. And then I always like to do one last press for about a good 7 seconds, just to make sure that everything is locked in. Maybe I should start doing videos. Chris, I want you to do me a shirt the HTV Layer Pro way. Sure. But here goes the design, and it's layered. So we did our layer tee. This is the front. This is the back part right here. Just that one little tweak on doing the outline part that was what's helping you fix all your images when you're doing your t-shirts and you want to layer. Again, if you guys want to see certain things, comment, DM me, please. Subscribe to the channel as well. If you are looking to buy some vinyl, go to HTV heattransfervinyl.com, not HTV, heattransfervinyl.com, and use HTV Layer Pro as your code to get a discount on me. So hope to see you guys in the next video. Appreciate you. Like, subscribe, like I said. See you on the next one.